do, and most things were forbidden to her. She wasn't like her sister, Eowyn, who loved to sit in front of the loom, weaving intricate tapestries all day long. Nor did she find solace in praying like her brother Ambrose. So when she wasn't running around with other children or escaping her chores, there was little for her to do. Years ago, her father had hired Father Alfred to act as the court tutor. She enjoyed listening to him, but his focus was on her brothers. He intrigued her because he was a serious man who did not look like a priest at all. When she had asked Edgar, he claimed it was because he was actually a retired soldier who had lost his family while he was away at war. He had returned broken in body and spirit, and it was the church that helped him find some purpose. He must be over 40 years old now. Thyra could never bring herself to ask him if this was true. If he fought in the war, then it was a war of her father's making. How did he feel serving the children of the man responsible for so much suffering in his life? She dared not ask. Not out of lack of bravery, but out of fear of the guilt she would feel. She preferred to think that he was forced into the church by an uncle who wished to inherit, even though he had always trained to be a soldier. She heard a lot of talk about duty all her life, but she never understood it. Her mother always claimed it was her duty to be a dutiful daughter to her father, just as it was a soldier's duty to die defending his country. To Thyra, that just sounded like a nice way of saying, sacrifice yourself. Did she not deserve to be happy? Thyra was sure she was steaming like the dragons who breathed fire in Father Alfred's tales. For the rest of the day, she avoided her mother's room like it carried the plague. She snuck to the kitchen, where one of the kitchen maids who liked her gave her a tiny pastry filled with freshly picked wild berries. "Don't go telling everyone I'm handing these out to you, or I'll get in trouble for sure." "I won't," she said, knowing she would be a fool to do so. Outside the hot kitchen, Thyra was ready to take a bite out of the pastry, smelling the sweet aroma and buttery crust. Her mouth watered, but she stopped, unable to take a bite. She walked to Edgar's room and tapped on the closed door. "It's me," she said, trying to be quiet. "What do you want?" Feeling gracious, she ignored the annoyance in his tone. "I brought you something. Crack the door open." "Father has sent me to my rooms as punishment, without dinner." "I know, and I'm not asking you to come out. There's no rule against opening the door." She hated that he was always such a stickler for the rules, but she could always use that against him. "You were listening then, or does everyone know by now?" "Yes, I was listening, and he caught me too. Will you open up?" "Fine." The door creaked as it opened. She could make out half her brother's face, but it was enough to see he had a bruise on his eye. He crouched down to hear what she was saying better. Even though Edgar was a year younger than her, he was already taller. "That looks painful," she said, unable to stop herself from commenting. "Is that what you came here for, to gawk at me?" She held out the pastry to him. "For you." "You stole it." "No, I did not. If you don't want it, I am more than happy to eat it." It was snatched out of her hand before she could utter another word. "You are welcome." She was rewarded by him rolling his eyes. "Well, what I wanted to say was, thanks for not telling on me," she said. He nodded. "Wouldn't have helped me anyway. Besides, Father honors loyalty above tattletales." "Fair. Anyway, I appreciate it. Too bad I got caught. Mother will be punishing me." "I'd much rather be sent to my room without dinner too," Thyra said, then paused as she thought she heard footsteps coming down the hall. "I better go. See you tomorrow." She went off at a run.